What up, my spiritual homies? This is Tarot with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and I'm bringing you a deck review of Mystical Cats Tarot. So I know, huge shocker that I would have tarot decks that have cats in it. I mean, what? Yeah, Kittens, Weights, and Tarot. So my kitten is not here today. He is at the vet. He is getting his teeth cleaned, but he will be back later this afternoon. So I am off of work today because my kitten is my baby, and when family needs you, you know, you got to take off of work. Okay. So my Mystical Cats Tarot, I actually purchased this at Barnes & Noble. They were having a really good sale, so I picked up a few decks. I mean, you know, why not? So this is by Linnea Weatherstone, and the art is by Nicky Mueller. Okay, and so let's go ahead and take a look at our box first. And I'm not a huge fan of these big boxes. You know, I kind of like my stuff to just, you know, maybe come in some smaller boxes, you know, instead of these huge ones. I don't know. I don't like even though my cards are in a box inside, I don't like them, you know, being knocked around and stuff. But okay, so let's look at the back here. It says, discover these mystical cats in all their furry glory. Anyone who's ever owned or been owned by a cat knows its wild and magical nature. Feline secrets have long been sought after, and now you can glimpse their world with this Rider-Waite-based deck and companion book. Revealing the answers to our most important questions, the gorgeous Mystical Cats Tarot features domestic breeds that look and behave like normal cats but suggest life lessons through the challenges they face. With the major arcana interpreted as cat mysteries and the minor arcana envisioned as earth, sea, fire, and sky cat glands, this playful deck presents the descendants of the cat goddess in their full splendor. Okay, and then there is the other side. Okay, so let's go ahead and open her up. Okay, so let's pull out this big old book first. And these books I will definitely take a look at all the books, even the little white books, but these ones especially because, you know, it looks like time and money has gone into them and they're not there to just be tossed away. So definitely want to have a look-see. Okay, so it's a nice glossy cover. Everything in here is in black and white, just regular old paper. Your table of contents. Your acknowledgments, and then it goes into the introduction. You know, cats not being merely pets, and kind of historically how these cats go back. Here it has the structure of the deck, and kind of the major arcana, how it translates into their major arcana for this deck. So like death is death, temperance is grace, the devil is the demon cat, and so forth. Judgment is good kitty. Then it talks about how the minor arcana are translated in this deck, how to use your cards, and then going into your major arcana first. Oops, did I skip over the Fool? I did. So just a little bit about that card, the cat's advice, if this card were reversed, how would it read? There's a black and white picture of your card. So let me just read the cat's advice a little bit. Would you like to walk the way of the cat? The first step is to be fully present exactly where you are right now. Ask yourself what would make you happy, and then welcome the opportunities that follow. Your nose will lead you toward your bliss if you let it. Open your eyes to beauty, awaken your spirit to wonder. And I think that's beautiful. So pretty insightful. Definitely something to have a look at. Okay, so then it goes into the minor arcana there. And then into some different spreads that you could do. fully illustrated, of course, and then some sketches, kind of how they came about the artwork. And I think that is so fun and so interesting, kind of the collaboration between the creator and the artist. You know, how they went back and forth about, you know, what they wanted, how they wanted it to look, how they wanted it to read. I think that's fantastic. Okay, so there you go. That is the book. Put that back inside. And let's take a look at our cards. So this is the box that you know, kind of you get out of these big boxes. But this box is so big. I don't know. I'm thinking of maybe investing in some tarot bags. But then I think, well, I can sew. Why don't I just make my own tarot bags? Who knows? Okay. Ugh. Sorry, let me readjust here. Okay. So here are our backings. Whoops, sorry about that. Here are our backings, and it's fully reversible. So those of you that read reversals, this is for you. It's somewhere in between a gloss and a matte. I would say that the cardstock is maybe a 300 to a 330 weight. I only know that because when I did my do-it-yourself tarot cards, mine was a 330 weight, and this feels pretty similar. Otherwise, I wouldn't know any of the other numbers. Okay, these are borderless, so those of you that relish in not having borders, this is for you, and it just has a little label down here that tells you what the card is. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at these cards. And we'll start off with our Two of Earth. And these are not in order because I do enjoy working with this deck. And so I kind of keep it shuffled up, and the more shuffled I can get my cards, the better. I don't know about you guys, but I like to sit and sometimes just shuffle mindlessly. Don't you just love that? Just surrounded by all this amethyst, as the High Priestess should be. Demon Cat. I just love the expressions on the cats in these cards. Sometimes it's not even what they're doing, but it's like it's their expressions. Do you like that the animals pulling the chariot are what appear to be Dalmatians? Or are those Dalmatians, or were those Great Danes? I'm not quite sure. Oh, so sad. So I try to keep the talking down so that you guys can just take a look at the pictures and to make your own judgments. Spooky, huh? Oh, oops. Sorry. There you go. The house is eerily quiet right now. I don't like this. I want my kitten to come home. I know that they're taking good care of him at the vet, and it's so hard sometimes to find a vet you trust. I would akin it to, you know, people that have human babies, that you want to find doctors that take good care of your babies, whether they be furry or not. Sometimes human babies can be furry. But you want to know that they're in good hands, and I know that this vet clinic, they really do care about the animals. Their prices are really reasonable. They're willing to work with you. They know all your cats and all your animals and all your birds and everything by, you know, by name, and they don't just look at them as a number, and that's what I like. But, you know, still, he's away from us right now. He'll be back later this afternoon. This, I think, is beautiful. I think my uncle would find that beautiful too. He loves scarabs and those little Japanese beetles. not a part of that fight anymore. Such beautiful images. I have Tarot of the Pagan Cats as well, the mini deck. And I would say that although both deal with cats, they have two very different feelings. Even though both are on a rider weight based system, I think that the meanings are, you can pull different meanings depending on which deck you're working with. So although it's considered a cat deck, not all cat decks are created equally, just like not all Rider-Waite-Smith decks are created equally. Not all human decks are created equally. You like that getting out of Dodge. And there you go. So let's go ahead and give these a little shuffle. Oops. Oh, okay. Just making sure I didn't drop anything. Okay. So I like to do side shuffle. I only do ruffle shuffles when I first get a deck and I really want to mix it up. I'll cut them a couple times, do a ruffle shuffle, start doing my side shuffling, and then, I just sit around and just mindlessly shuffle sometimes, just so I know that they are super mixed up, so I can get my meanings. So there you go. That is the Mystical Cats Tarot. I hope that you enjoyed this review. If you would like to get a reading with me, don't forget to check out the information box below, to check out my website and check out my Etsy page. Don't forget to give this a thumbs up. Don't forget to click subscribe, and have a wonderful day, and peace out.